I will be back with first segment of update number 10. Sorry, I've got a bit of froggy throat. And as you can see, it's all together. And the rudder does its bits and pieces there. There's a text message come in. So there you go. So that's okay. Now, what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to put a couple of bits of plastic inside. Just here to give it a bit of reinforcing. I don't think it needs it anyway, but I'm going to anyway. I'm going to put a little bit more glue around this where the nut is, because it's as solid as anything. But what I need to do now is, let's get this way, is actually clean up the seam. And what I'm going to do, because there's a couple of bits where it needs a bit of filling, but the good thing is I can turn that right out of the way. The rudder right out of the way. And to do that, so what I'm going to be using now is basically my white card filler, as I call it, Tamiya filler, and just do it where I need it. Go careful with the razors. I can rescribe the recess panel lines, which is all round here. And then I don't have to worry too much about over this bit. Whoops, I've got it. This bit, because that's where this, if I can find it, there we go. Because this part, I've still got this taped together, this part goes over here. So you can see it's going to cover up a lot of that. But I will sand it smooth anyway to make sure it gets a nice flush fit. So there, that's how it goes. Oops, where is it? There it goes there. So that's what I'm going to be looking at. So I'll put it over there. So that's what I'm going to be doing next. I'm going around putting a bit of filler. I might show it a little bit when I start, but I won't carry on because the video gets too long. So anyway, so put that back on there. There you go, that's back on there. And that's my next task. See you at the next segment. Hi, Military Model back for the second segment of this number 10 video. And I actually made a mistake with some segments I done for this actual up to update number 10. What I did is I built cut off bits on sprue, filming it all the way through, gluing these bits together and these bits here, and basically no sound. I changed the battery on my microphone, and guess what happened? The actual plug slightly come out, so it wasn't actually working. So learnt my lesson. I've actually going to have to watch that very carefully, and then whenever I change the battery, make sure I push the plug in and make sure it is actually functioning properly. Anyway, here we go. So these bits here I've actually done. So there's one there and one there. They're both exactly the same. They're the same bet numbers, as you can see, or they're 1 and 2 anyway, but there you go. So there you go. These ones have been done as well, and all cleaned up and ready to put on. And the same with this one, and these as well, been cleaned up, and that one as well. So all that was done on camera, but with no sound. I didn't like the idea of overdubbing, but one day I'm going to have to try that anyway, just in case it happens again. So we've done that, and all we've got to do now is, if I lift that up a bit, is put the bits on. Now the ones I will put on are the ones that actually, these ones, or these, to put it bluntly, because they, not these ones, sorry, these, because these go glued solidly into the side and they won't affect me at all because they'll be a solid thing. These are movable, as you can see, got a square in there at both ends, and I have test fitted them, they do work, so it's lovely, that's okay. So they're ready to go on, and I will be gluing those on in a minute. But what I've also done is I've cleaned all this up all the way around. That I'm not too worried, it was a bit, but this is level. All this goes underneath the coning tower, the rear part of the coning tower, so there's no problem. But everything else has been done. I've got cleaned up all the way around. Oops, you can't see. All cleaned up all the way around, including at the back, all in there. You can see that there's nothing there. That's actually smooth. It looks like there's a line there, which there would be, because that's where I put some filler, and it's all smooth, so that's okay. But when I do some priming, we will know that. So, and on the bottom end, same again, all nice and smooth. it looks funny because there's, I think, some of the black paint coming through, but it looks really nice, very smooth all the way along, no mucking about there. So it's all done over on there. And what I did is I've got to go along here and just redefine some of these little panel lines, which I'm going to do in a second. I'll put that back over there and I'll show you that on camera. Here we go, going to come back out again a bit. Nice and slow, as they say. There we go. And what I'm going to do is go and cabinet and get the, there it is. I find this razor saw was perfect for it. I tested. I was going to use one of my other bits, but here we go. Oops, I'm always trying to do the wrong side. There you go. And that's my razor saw there. Spare blades and bits and pieces and different attachments. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get me this on to make sure I don't so I don't miss a line, and I'm going to do this now. So what it is, I can get it out of the way. There's a line there, and it's not too bad, but I'm just going to go into the line and come over like this. I'll get in there with a brush. Another one here. This is doing that. If I get a brush, I'll run a bit of glue there. Another one over this one. Another one on this one. Another one on this one. What you're going to do then is get a bit of extra thin, which is a new jar I've got now, and then run it, doing it melts all the plastic that's any bits there and brings it back around. There you go. As soon as I did that, it was lovely, and there as well. And that one there. There you go. You see that when I put it in, the actual droplet just went straight down and round it. There you go. This one, done the same, and this one. Brings them back, and then blowing it to evaporate. So I've done all that now. They've been redefined, as you can see them. They're shiny, but it doesn't matter. We'll sand, I won't sand over it now because that'd be okay. Put it back on there. So basically, now we've got to just glue these on. I'll put those back over there in the box. Whoops, in the box, and the spare razor blade back in there, which you can't see because it's underneath the old trestle there. Right, here we go. So what we're going to do is bring this round to like so, so you can see me doing what I'm doing. There you go. I'll do this one this fun. Now, I've got to make sure because we've got to be level. So I think this one's for this side. It's got, if you look on there, you can see that it's wider at one end than what it is the other end. So that's the side it's going in. So over this side, that one goes in there nicely, and I'm not going to glue it yet. And this one goes on this side. So let's get that out of the way. I'm going to put a bit of glue on here. Onto, whoops, I suppose I should do it right. Oops. Right, there we go. Making a pig's ear of this, aren't I? I suppose if I took my camera back up, move that forward, or come down, go up a bit, you'll see a bit more. There you go. Should have done it earlier. Now I'm going to get this and put it on there. And now we've got to go back into here. pushing it really hard to get it to groove, and then run a bit of glue down there. There you go. We're in. I'm gonna have to hold it now. There's no another thing for this. Whoops. Let's get rid of that. Get the lid on. Don't want it evaporating. And carry on. Push in. Let it go. Once I've done this, the only two bits have got to be put on is the actual rear acroplanes for the stern. I'm not going to put them on until later on. I can spray them and paint them and then put them on afterwards, because the rods are there anyway. Let's have a look. Yep, let's get in there. As you can see, there's a little gap, just a small gap, which I'm going to try to get rid of now. I can put a bit of filler on it later on, but that, I'm hoping not be able to have to. That's going in a lot better now. So I'm going to hold it for a little while. I'll do the other one off camera and come back. In fact, while I'm waiting this, I'll switch it off now so you can actually relax a little bit. Right, we're back, and as you can see, I've got them on there. There's very little filling to be done. I think once if I just rub a soft standing stick over there, both sides on the top, the underneath's lovely. So I've got that done. Now these do fit on here, but you have to do them both at the same time to get them on both sides. The square. So if I put them on, which I can, sits like that at the moment. They do go on a bit further, but I just don't want to push them on because I need to glue them on there, and they're a bit snuggle a better fit, I should say. There you go. As you can see, you can have them either position, up or down, or hopefully they will stay in the middle some point. But I think it's quite nice like that anyway. So there you go. So that's going to come off now. I'm going to take them off because I don't really want them on there. So there you go. So we've got that. All the back's cleared up there. When I put a bit of coat of primer on there, I'll be able to see any small indentations on the bottom of that. And so now, what basically this bit now is ready to be put aside for later. And now let's have a look, see what we've got in the instructions now to start on. Right, so we go, just comes down quickly. And there you go. So what we've got now, let's put these up there out of the way. What we've got now is, we've finished number 4. This is still part of section 4, but it basically is on the completely different area. It's on the bow ends, the two big bow ends, which are these bits, this bit, just there. So that's a bit. Now there is I've found there's a PE set that's available. Well, not available actually, because it's the only one that's not available. They do 2 versions of this for PE to create it, either the World War II version or the Germany later on, and a Russian one as well. So where they took it into obviously into captivity and tested it. But that's what I'm thinking. But I want to do the German one, obviously, for World War II. So that set is not available, and I don't know whether it ever will be. So I'll most probably have to make a decision of what I'm going to do. But this plate here, if you can see, yeah, you can. There's like this outline here is a PE bit, and it comes up to about just past here, a PE bit. So, and I think there's a couple of brass bits that go on the top there, and some bits that might, that go in this area. Now I think there should be 2 holes here, but of course the chances of me being able to do anything with that is very slim when it's together. So I think what I'm going to have to do is go with it as it is. But I will be trying to add some details to the conning tower. I'm still going to be looking out for parts, but doing that inside there most probably a no-show. And will I have the doors open? I'm still not sure, because is there any point in me trying to get the doors open if that area in there doesn't look right? And those magnets, I'm not sure how that works either. So I've got to play with this now and have a look. So what we're going to do is I'm going to come back and do some of this bits, making the doors up and everything, and see if they work. And if they do, then I'll use them. But I've got a feeling it'll have to either be left open or closed. Shame, but there you go. I have got time to play around with this. If they've got a set that can come out in a couple of weeks, I can always build something else a little bit while I'm waiting for the parts to come. But anyway, so that's what we're on to now. We're still on part 4. Whoops, let's put that over now. Part 4, and let's come out a bit now. That's it, part 4, and then it goes over to this side and we start doing all sorts of things. So, and you've got to put it together at the end of this. I've got those built, as you know, the tubes. So what to do? We're in a bit of a quandary. Got PE bits to go in the front where the openings are, so that's nice. So we've got to wait and see. But really, once you get, if you've got PE, the submarine comes together quite quickly in the end, as you can see. But you can paint a lot of bits on before you put them on. Then you've got the bridge area starts coming on, and that's when it's the hole. So there isn't much to do to get this to be, but there's a lot of sanding involved. It's took me a long time to sand that one and get it all looking nice, and I'm presuming it's going to be exactly the same for the front one. So there you go. So the bit we're actually up to now is still on section 4. Oops, that's not section 4. There you go. Section 4, but on the bottom, starting on the actual front, the bow area of the submarine now. So there you go. That's going to be quits. I'm going to call that quits now, and this will have to be up at take 10, because I've got a bit of good work to do now for this. So here we go. I'm talking through me. I'm doing a bit of a silliness, so I'm going to call it quits. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you on an update 11 later on. Thank you. Catch you later. Happy modelling.